Wetin Nigeria senators no fit do. Nigeria House of Assembly, House of Rep, everything. Wetin dem no fit do. UK people don go do am. UK Parliament, even na court sheni. They say they just do on their own. They just say people dey sign things anyhow online. Those of una no understand wetin I wan talk so. UK government, before dem fit dey talk for any country matter, everything, you dey sign petition online. Say cause you our government dey oppress us so. And that petition wey you dey sign online, if e reach 100,000, before UK Parliament go come debate and say wetin dey happen, who dey oppress them, wetin dey show, which kind kasala na the boss. But UK people they surprised, their politicians surprised. They see over 200 and something thousand people na sign petition. All their Ayelala, Ogborie, Urienu, Shango, Oduduwa, Ogukiu, Mami Water, Obanje, all of them sign. When Nigeria don't tire them, when they don't run go that side, and you just signing. They say because we won't die now. Wait till our senators there. Oh God. No wonder everybody they run, they go UK. I can't say okay, make I just come back. Say me the officer be better person. Nowadays so. What about just escape? I say no, make I see form. Even the immigration, they ask me, oh, Parara, are you sure you are going back? I say, yes, and they smart. Smartness is no. Which our senators not fit do. They just, according to the constitution, you cannot. Now UK Parliament, they debate how they take they kill us. They even know the story past us. Asas not the one make we fine. Asas go ask how you take get car, how you take get like this. How they take oh boy. People when the SARS they fight for, now they provoke for now. You see, I say, because life, human being get right. Yeah. If you are a poor man on your own, see. So now they want to search on Nigeria. Nigeria don't want to see you. And they never know what they happen. Those of them never watch how they talk about it, something regarding.
It appears to be, sadly, just the same with many other issues in Nigerian society. There's terrible unemployment, there's little access to healthcare and to education, and a poverty rate as high as 70%, according to Oxfam. The people of Nigeria have the right to come together and call for an end to those injustices. But as we know, in recent months, their peaceful, powerful actions have been met with horrific violence. Amnesty says that at least 56 people were killed during the recent protests, including at least 10 in Lekki. I've been fortunate enough to hear from a young journalist with direct knowledge of what happened at the Lekki toll gate. And she told me, and I'm going to read out her words. She said, and I quote, "It was devastating, something you don't want to imagine. The protesters did not know that the cameras and the lights were going to be removed. There were no cameras to witness anything." And then, as we've heard today, the soldiers opened fire on the crowd of protesters. And my contact said, one of the survivors jumped in the water, but the soldiers kept on shooting. For days after, a friend of mine didn't come online because of the shock and the fear. And it took him a long time to come to Facebook and to say, thank God I survived. I did not think I was going to. She said, someone else I know left the toll gate with a bullet in him. And later they moved all the bodies so that there would be no evidence. For them to close their hearts and kill protesters like that is simply unforgivable. The response from the authorities who feel threatened by the protests has been insidious, as we've heard. Media agencies have been fined for telling the truth. Bank accounts of activists have been suspended because supposedly they finance terrorism. And government spokespeople have even blamed the protesters for a rise in food prices. Those in power will clearly do anything at all to ensure that the movement ends now and that SARS is technically disbanded. Those in power are terrified that the calls for action on corruption and police brutality will go on and on. My plea to the Minister today is that we stand with the young people of Nigeria who are demanding change far beyond the closure of SARS. What they are demanding is a future worthy of their courage and their leadership. And here in the UK, we need that too, because Nigeria is a massive, fast-growing, youthful country. It has massive potential. It's a country that will have a leading role in decades to come, not just within Africa, but in our world. And for that positive leadership to happen, that sense of justice that motivates the End SARS protest must prevail to shape Nigeria's future and our future too. So, Minister, I don't think that words from the government today are going to be enough, because I think we've got to show our solidarity, demonstrate it, by identifying and targeting those that we know are responsible for terrible violence and abuses that the activists have faced. The least we should do is to make sure that those who have murdered Nigerians and deprived them of their human rights aren't able to benefit from trade or travel to the UK. In my view, that should include the leaders of the government and the military who are now, even now, refusing to allow transparent and fair investigations to happen and for justice to be implemented.
This one I go tell our politicians, House of Rep, House of Assembly, NAS, all of them no fit do. Neither they do so. Black man, una won't kill us. And they told us, say, all these politicians, all of them are friends. They're there. PDP is the best, APC is the best. Oh yeah, and you all of them be brothers and sisters. The thing don't turn court. You not there into politics. That means you are not a citizen. People die till now. Our senators are not talk pin. House of Rep not talk shit. They just look as in a normal because the death, killing don't turn normal to them. So UK, I'm every terror you understand? That the reason I play. Where this thing they goes on the reason I just sorry for the Lagos governor. Put your way they do like person where they use salt water to the bath. So the case is coming up small. Very soon you will see Nigeria government on in AC line moment to be cap kiri old mama. You know, everything they talk about. Where cap don't weak finish. He go to set you up. Tinubu, he set you up. Yeah, the fire is coming. Just pray. Because I know that very soon Nigeria government go say, now what did they tell them for Lagos? Now they talk, they don't even know say the matter be like this. Ogiribo is coming. I can't make my boss don't be everything they talk with English. Go through the other news, no time. When they tell me say Nigeria don't finish, why see they explain to us say Nigeria don't finish? Una they say a lie, say Nigeria go good. The thieving, when they utilize money, not be now. Here now start is 90 gwelele. Now the thing start, then they start to move money. Oh yeah, pay me go. Yakubu, everybody they praise, thinking say na better person. Oh yeah, na vu chibanki. Yakubu, oh God. Not be this one, Momo. This one, not be this one. This one to score goal, not be score. We make us not be qualified for one World Cup, for one group stage. We don't they win. See post. You know if you do. And the way they talk about Yakubu, you boss out come out like this. Oh yeah, come on, jump. And they talk about better criminals. You imitate. Put on yes, Yakubu Gowon. Oh yeah, no he. Even UK Parliament they know. They say the guy. Oh yeah, now what you talk? Oh yeah, that's a Chomero. This black guy go remove him. No. They say Tifu Central Bank. Those of you don't know that because that we in Nigeria they keep money and they talk to outside people. Only this man time wait you understand? They say thief half of the bank come UK and UK before I got the code. No other consignment. No they finish. Now people say they do that there. I have consignment. I have 2 bottles of consignment. Oh God, our politicians, they kill us. No wonder anytime white people, they use a year consignment, some people don't understand what they talk about. Why is we understand? Because of they go on. Life consignment here. Some they carry the go, some they carry the come. Hey, go on, carry full night. They say if you carry the bank before they come to and say, leave bank, now the money. Finish am. You see the reason why corruption not finish. The thing start from the starting. Call rich now. So any politician want to see, at the talk, they look me say for where? Who tell me? I will show you who tell me. Come on.
What we're seeing in Nigeria today is part of that story. It's a tragedy that we are watching. It's a tragedy that we are all witnessing, because as we see things falling apart, the pressure this time is not foreign colonialism, forgive me. The pressure instead is corruption and violence and attempts at control. And that's why I totally agree with my honourable friend, the member for Edmonton. We need to call out the corruption. We need to use the powers that we have in this country to stop those who are profiting from the wealth of that great nation and hiding it here. Now, some people will remember when General Gowon left Nigeria with half the central bank, so it is said, and moved to London. We know that today, even now, in this great city of ours, there are, sadly,
my country na we fare na. I no just know for all this our politicians with una. They swear give una with thief. And una go thief, una cannot invest and here. You dey carry they go. Even UK, they don't even tire for una because very soon una start to thief that side self. They don't know where una. Guy, what did they do una? And una see. If we want make Nigeria good, forget those things where they preach for you for your mosques, for your church, for your igbe, for your anything. Everything need to work. You need to stand for this country. You know, so now so we go run. Who will see come back to this country? This country cannot good if all these people they not trash their fuck up. I be trashy fuck up, right? And I they beg all the youth, please. No, they let all these people they use you. You go they do clear road. Now your money they thief. You can get one of my clear road during your I'm a bit. So I they beg all of you now. Anything what you they do away. Because now everybody they enter politics. Everybody. So I they beg everybody, Bomamedo, Ghosto, Ogbanji, Ogborio, everybody. We are loading ourselves into the politics so that una go know I be. So una know the shame. Nigeria money una just the thief. So this one do all this response they go do. So just be ass of rep here. They don't get ass of over how many $1 million pounds for our side. Where they take get money, we don't know. Eji country na now Nigeria don't ban. Nigeria don't have Benny Gore. It to Yankee Nigeria. This one if you say it's good. Okay, ne hala hilala. We'll go straight to that news. So country now Bore. CNN no one year word. You understand what I mean now? You understand? CNN they play with us. For the past how many weeks now, CNN just released this. They say they keep people for Lekki, and Nigeria government say they not key. Lai Mohammed write letter self give them to sanction. They say please not set fire for the country. Those of you don't know Lai Mohammed write letter to CNN. We are telling you guys to stop putting fire because nobody die. Una say die. Now the letter where Lai Mohammed will write never even reach CNN. They don't release another video. That means una don't turn the Nigerian news now to blood money. Una just they release now blood money part 1, part 2, part 3. Una even release part 2 or part 3. Like Mohammed. So what you go there? The visa you they play. You understand? You need to sue them with immediate alacrity because they say Nigeria na they won't put fire into this. You understand what I mean now? So we go sue them. If they not bring that thing down under 27 hours, 27 hours not day, under 48 hours, they'll pay 1 billion. You understand? Because if you say you they play, they set them up. They set them up. This guy don't enter one chance. Those of you never watch that when they bring the other video. Regarding
The tribunal set up to investigate what happened on October 20th in Lagos, Nigeria, has been shown closed-circuit video from that night. CNN has exclusively obtained the footage, and much of what you're about to see corroborates our findings. Our senior international correspondent, Nimel Bagger, has our exclusive report, and we want to warn our viewers, some of the images may be disturbing.
This is government CCTV footage from surveillance cameras overlooking Lekki Tollgate. Recorded without sound, it was shown as evidence in the judicial panel. You see soldiers approaching, firing shots here and here. We lined up the footage and it corroborates our previous reporting to show the first time we see and hear gunshots. Notice the building to the right of your screen. Here is the same moment from that building.
They're releasing fire. They're releasing fire.
CNN geolocated and verified the footage you see to mark the exact time and place. Moments later, more CCTV footage. People alarmed. Here is the exact same moment from the other side of the gate. Shots can be heard. But the CCTV doesn't capture everything. This is what it shows at the time we believe shots are fired towards the protesters. The surveillance camera pans away. But this is what you see on the ground. In videos obtained by CNN, it appears to show the army shooting into the crowd here and again at the top of your screen here. At the judicial panel, the CCTV footage stops at around 8 o'clock. The Lekki Concession Company says this is because it was tampered with. What it doesn't show is this crucial moment where DJ Switch live streams on Instagram after 8 p.m. CNN has verified that these bullet casings are from live ammunition. They are of mixed origin, some are Serbian, this one from 2005. Former and current Nigerian military sources verified to us that these munitions are currently in use by the Nigerian army. At a hearing for the Judicial Panel of Inquiry, the army made an admission.
Soldiers who live in this particular case, we saw that these protests had been infiltrated by some women.
But eyewitnesses and families we spoke to say the ammunition used that night by Nigerian authorities was very real.
This is where I was shot, and the bullet went through my back.
Up until this point, the army had denied they had live bullets at all on that night. It confirms a key finding in our investigation, that there was live ammunition at the scene. This admission is the latest in a series of constantly shifting narratives as to what happened on October 20th at Lekki Tollgate. The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, said that the army fired blank ammunition into the air. He also dismissed CNN's investigation as fake news and misinformation. Now, in the aftermath of our reporting, both the United States and the United Kingdom are calling on Nigeria to ensure that its investigation is free and fair. The Nigerian government continues to dispute our reporting and threatens sanctions against CNN. As you just saw, the army has only just admitted that live ammunition was carried by soldiers at Lekki Tollgate on the night of October 20th. CNN reached out multiple times to the army with requests for comment ahead of broadcasts, which were unanswered, and police and state authorities declined to respond until after the conclusion of the inquiry. We continue to stand by our reporting, Wolf.
You see the CNN, NTA. Oh, God. CNN, God bless you now. And they never know who wanna be. US, they battle all their politicians. They as service they give them omiyogbolo. As smash the politician. Trump, they use that to rob ground. You with your wicker or threatening CNN. The more you dey threaten, the more they bring the call. The more you dey threaten, the more they release. They don't touch Atawale for Ghana where they bring like 100 music under 1 month. You are na big problem na enter. So I just dey sorry for that Sowolu or Ilulu where they use like remote. Where this case they go so now if you say na play. One they will just hold una for neck now. You don't finish. Keep people for Lekki because of toll gate, because of money. Now they talk nobody died, nobody do. So say first the army say na fake, army was not there. Later una dey there because of some hoodlums. Later we shoot enter the hair, we not carry this thing live bullet na by gun. Later we carry live bullet but we not shoot. And they see una say una dey give people kpuwe. I wan see what even one Holy Spirit and one demon wey go there. Una shoot there before people go treat their feather before they fit fly. And when we home sir, una don meet una meet na you na. I just like the way God just dey use you till they bring till they make this thing dey come. Na be say this na Shyness News and Arise and the rest when they come any small thing NBA.com to regulate people. Follow CNN they do fake news. You be like say you no wan travel again. CNN bring more, I release the right. Go through other news, no time.